Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dwi Handayani and I would like to deliver my seminar proposal entitled The Effect of Flashcard, Jigsaw, and Student Interest Towards Students' Writing Achievement at the 8th grader student in SMP Islam Mempelai academic year 2020-2021. And then for background of the study, because of this is about the teaching learning activity, so we have to create an interesting learning. So here teaching media like visual aids are important in providing sources for foreign teaching learning. By using media, according to Murcia, by bringing media into the classroom, teacher can expose their students to multiple input sources. Okay, here the student can enrich their learning experience like that. And why I choose this topic about the effect of flashcard, jigsaw, and student interest? Because of last time I attend in PPG program, and there because of this is curriculum 2013, and we have to create an interesting learning with a student center. Student center here. So we have to create an interesting learning with some media and method that appropriate, such as for jigsaw and writing. And because of for junior high school, writing is difficult to learn, because of they have to explore their mind. So here I use a flashcard as a media and jigsaw as a technique to create or to improve the student writing achievement like that. And then problem identification of reformulate this research question is student interest is the main factor in determining a student's achievement in writing achievement, and the teachers are important element in teaching learning process to influence students writing activity in classroom. Then English matter is one of the difficult subject, and especially for writing, like I said before. And interaction in classroom through discussing, talking, writing, and even using gesture like shaking hand in the class and blah 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 can improve students' skill writing. And here jigsaw and flashcard add some interest of the student to increase writing achievement to the student, and interaction and writing mastery is important like this. So here the importance of this proposal that I I create here. So the student the important here is to create a student successful in learning English, especially for writing achievement. For writing achievement. Okay, for limitation of the problem here, the researcher limited the thing into two variable, and here jigsaw as a technique and flashcard as a media here as external variable, and then student interest as a internal variable. And then problem statement. There are 4 problem statement here. Number 1 is, are there positive and significant contribution of jigsaw, flashcard, and student interest toward the student's writing achievement? Number 1. Number 2 is there a positive and significant of jigsaw toward the student's writing achievement? And then, is there a positive and significant contribution of flashcard toward the student's writing achievement? And the last one is there a positive and significant contribution of flashcard toward the student's writing achievement? And the objective of the study, because of I have 4 problem statement and then I have 4 objective of the study. Number 1 is to find out whether or not there are positive and significant contribution of jigsaw, flashcard, and student interest toward students' writing achievement. And then to find out whether or not there is a positive and significant, positive and significant contribution of jigsaw towards the student's writing achievement. And then to find out whether or not there is a positive and significant contribution of flashcard towards the student's writing achievement. And the last one is to find out whether or not there is a positive and significant contribution of students' interest towards the student's writing achievement. Okay. Then the benefit of the study, for theoretically, the result of this research could contribute in writing learning activity with the effective media and method. And for practically, for teacher, the result of this research may help teachers to choose the appropriate media in teaching writing. Therefore, the learning process will be becoming fun and teachers can explain about the text easily. And then for future researcher, in this research, the writer just focus on one media and method too. For the future research, the writer hope that they can review another case with a different media and skill in English teaching learning activity. Okay, here for theoretical review, number one is about here we discuss about the previous study from Prabowo, Kartika, Nita Apriani, Arviana, and Dwi Janarko. From Prabowo, the objective of his research to find out whether or not the use of Indonesian Now video as a media in teaching written, from Prabowo, it's about the written text, and from Kartika about improve the students' writing ability at 7th graders. Okay, the two here, the previous study, Prabowo and Kartika about the writing ability, and Nita Aprianti about Jigsaw was very effective to increase students' writing achievement in descriptive text. And then Arviana, she used Jigsaw as a method in teaching reading ability, Okay, Nita Aprianti, Arviana, and the last one is from Dwi Janarko. The result of this study, by using bubble map, students can increase their interest in writing descriptive text, And here the differences between the previous study and my study here is if the previous study just used one method or one media or the one media and one method, but here in my research focus on media, Jigsaw as a media, Jigsaw as a technique, and then flashcard as a media, and here I use writing skill and students interest. So this is I use 3 variable here, and for previous study before just use 1 until 2 variable like that, And this is, I think this is my new research. I think this is something new about research that I will do for my thesis, like that, And then writing, for theoretical review for writing. Harris in 1993, writing is seen as a way of expressing the self and also practicing the grammar, vocabulary, and discourse structures of the target language. And from Byron, writing is the act of forming symbols. And from the definition above, it can be concluded that writing is symbol of expressing ideas of the writer onto the paper, which transfer to the reader. Writing is not only about final product, but also about the process, And principle for teaching writing, you can see here, Brown in 2001 stated that designing writing techniques emerge, Number 1 is incorporate practice of good writers. Number 2, balance process and product. Number 3, account for cultural or literary backgrounds. Number 4, connect reading and writing, and then provide as much authentic writing as possible, and frame your technique in terms of writing, drafting, and revising stages. Okay, here we move to flashcard. Flashcard here from Kasiani. Flashcards are one of the interesting media used by writing, teaching, learning activities, as stated by Nadia, Flashcard or picture with name is also one of visual aids that can be used in teaching writing. Okay, here because of in SMP Islam Mutlak there are no LCD in every room. Just it has only 3 until 4 LCD, but now 2 LCDs are broken. So here, why I use flashcard? This is so easy to apply in the classroom activity. Why I use flashcard here? Because of we cannot we cannot show them the slide or PPT in the classroom, so I use flashcard here. I can copy the flashcard to them one by one, or we can make a group and then print out the flashcard or picture here to each group, yeah, to discuss here. And for Jigsaw, here method provides some activities that can be done by the students. The students will gather in different groups. From Hakkarainen 1992 elaborates that the name of Jigsaw method students organize pieces in a jigsaw to form different kinds of groups where each student must be part of the solution to jigsaw puzzle. So here, why I choose jigsaw, because this is so interesting to build their motivation in writing achievement or in writing to improve their writing skill, yeah, because of one group, the member of the group so will exchange with another member and collect the information about the answer or about the because of I use descriptive text here, so we can use we can collect the information about the picture and then back to the group to share with their friend about the information that they get from the another group and discuss it. So this is the rule of the rule of Jigsaw. I mean here work, yeah. This is pull the critical thinking of the students. And then about the students' interest, the enjoyable and interesting learning process gives several advantages as below. For Ecomedia, yeah, ability to create something new, to transfer old idea into a new forms, to build guided imagination and fantasy, to see any possibilities answer to a problem, wide and deep curiosity, wide interest and exploring things, consent to a process, etc. Yeah. Okay, this is the conceptual framework of this seminar proposal. This is Jigsaw X1, flashcard X2, students interest X3 toward students writing achievement. You can see the framework here, yeah. Jigsaw and flashcard as an external variable and students interest as an internal variable. And hypothesis here, based on the underlying theory cited above, the hypothesis of this research can be formulated as follows. There are positive and significant contribution of Jigsaw, flashcard, and students' interest toward the students' writing achievement. Okay. And research method, the results of design here. The type of this research is inference quantitative research according to Aliaga and Gunderson-Muich, yeah, 2004. Quantitative research is explaining phenomena by collecting numerical data that are analyzed using mathematically fast methods. In particular statistics, yeah. Besides, Creswell 2009 states that quantitative research is meant for testing objective theories by examining the relationship among variables, whereas those variables can be measured typically on instruments, so that number data can be analyzed using statistical procedure. Okay, here we move to place and schedule. This research was carried out at SMP Islam Ngemplak during July until October 2020 in the academic year 2020 and 2021. The population in this research, the population was all of the 8th grader students at SMP Islam Ngemplak academic year 2020-2021. And sample based on the population of this research are 150. So the samples in this research are one class which consists of 35 students. The researcher chooses one class of 8A class as the sample. And for sampling, the study uses non-probability, especially purposes of the sampling technique, because this technique was very simple. And for research instrument, here there are questionnaire and question, yeah, questionnaire and task. The task here, according to one picture, one or two picture, and then for students, they can describe the picture well, like that. And trying out the instrument of the research for validity test. Yeah, number one is validity test. You can see the formula like this. And RXY, it means coefficient correlation between X and Y, and N here sum of subject, sigma XI here sum of score X, sigma YI sum of total score, sigma X quadrant Y sum of quadrant score X, and sigma Y quadrant I sum of quadrant total score, and sigma XYI sum of the multiple of X and Y. And for reliability test, here you can see the formula and keywords. RI, coefficient instrument of reliability. K, sum of item in instrument. P, proportion of answering the subject in one item. Key 1 until P, and S quadrant T, total variance. And then technique of data analysis. Here, okay, the kind of technique of data analysis, yeah, there's descriptive statistic, classical assumption, etc. And here, classical assumption, we have normality test, linearity test, multicollinearity test, and heteroscedasticity test. For multiple regression, there are here X1 means jigsaw, X2 means flashcard, X3 students' interest, X3 I mean students' interest, Y here students' writing achievement, A as a constant, and B coefficient of regression. This is the change of dependent variable, the result of the independent variable changes. And then for t-test, you can see the formula, and here we can see the keywords. T about the result of t-test, R coefficient correlation between variable X and Y, and M respondent, and R2 coefficient quadrant correlation between variable X and Y. And then about the score writing here, about the content, what I want to score for their writing achievement, yeah. Number 1 is about the content, number 2 good or average, and fair to poor and very poor. Okay, for the higher is about for excellent, knowledge substantial 27 until 30 for example, yeah, and the lowest is 13. And here we can see we can giving score by organization, and then vocabulary, and then language use or tenses, and mechanics. And total we have 100 score for them, yeah. Okay, this is the example of instrument. Write a written text about the picture. You can use the keywords and you can add some information about the picture. So here I have Parangtritis Beach and Lionel Messi. Yeah, Lionel Messi here. So because of the Lionel Messi here is the most famous football player, yeah. Or I will add Ronaldo. Okay, this is my presentation about the effect of flashcard, jigsaw, and student interest towards students writing achievement at the 8th grader student in SMP Islam Memplak academic year 2020-2021. I do apologize if I have a mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.